each an opportunity. Why don't we start with Colette? We're in a new House district here in Gilford. We share with Meredith, and running on the GOP Liberty ticket, we have Colette, Robert, Herb, and Kevin. So I'll give them all a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Colette.
Again, thank you and welcome. I can't tell you how much it's going to mean that we get the support from Gilford, that many of us, or 3 of us, live in Meredith, and have 2 of us have represented Meredith for the last 2 years, so the support from Gilford is going to be very important. I'm a lifelong resident of New Hampshire. I was born in Londonderry, where my family still lives, and as the population grew, we moved north, and so we've resided in Meredith for the last 20 years. We've raised our 2 sons, and I have one that graduated from Duke that's got married and has settled in North Carolina. No jobs in New Hampshire. Another one just graduated from WPI with a civil engineering degree, staying in Worcester. So there's what Joseph was saying is tremendously important, that we need industry here in this state. I have served both at the local level as selectman 2 terms. In the last, I just finished my last term and served as chairman of the board. And I have run and won the House seat for Meredith this last term. Why did I run? My husband and I have been small business owners in New Hampshire for 25 years. We do the unenviable job of installing and removing fuel oil tanks. Well, you want to talk about regulations? It got to be so bad that our customers kept saying, why are you making us do this? I can't make a living. My profit margin is shrinking. What are we going to do? We guided them around the legislation and started putting in above ground tanks, while DES just mounted on top an entire new batch of regulations for above ground tanks. We finally said enough. It's time for someone who is in the trenches to get into the legislature and see what we can do about lowering the regulations. We scratched the surface. I mean, literally there was a team of legislators that were going through every single RSA and trying to eliminate the ones that made no sense. But in 2 years, you can't get very much done. We were able to balance the budget. I serve on the finance committee. We finally looked at what actually are we going to take in these next 2 years, or the 2 biennial budgets, and then what can we spend? It's not, this is what we're going to spend and we better raise taxes this high in order for us to spend the amount that we desire to spend. That's backwards. When I run my business, what do we have for revenue coming in? Okay, this is the expenses, this is the money that we can spend. So if we can garner the support from the people of Gilford to help support the 3 of us from Meredith and Kevin Leandro from Gilford, you will be sending a team of conservatives, ones who are either business owners. 3 of us are business owners, all in the trenches on a day-to-day basis. So I thank you. I ask for your support. Certainly financial donations for any of our campaigns is always very helpful. I put my address on the back of my business cards, and I'm sure everybody has some measure to place on the back of their cards. So thank you. If you have anybody, I ask for your vote here in Gilford, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thanks, Colette.
GrokTV.